Welcome to SalesPro CRM. Today we are going to show you how to add and edit a contact or account within the SalesPro CRM system. Adding a new contact is easy and can be done at any time from any page within the CRM. To begin, simply click on the Contacts icon located in your top navigation bar. If you're not familiar with the icons, it's recommended that you review our training video labeled SalesPro CRM Navigation Icons. This can be found in the training library. The Contacts page will display all the contacts you currently have within your account. To add a new account or contact, click the green plus sign. Now, starting in the top left corner, if you have the CRM permissions to do so, you can select the account owner. Otherwise, it will only be your name that appears in this field. Now below is where you'd enter the main account name. Now if your focus is B2B, the account name remains the same with the contact associated below it. However, if your focus is B2C, then begin directly by filling out the contact name just below the main field. By doing this first, the contact name you enter will automatically populate in the main account field. So let's go ahead and create this account. So let's say I have a new prospect. We'll say I met them at the latest conference we attended. We're going to call this Test Company number 3. The gentleman's name I met there was, we'll call him James Dunn, and James is he's a sales manager there. Now the next field is grayed out. It's labeled Superior. This is because James is the only contact we have for Test Company 3 at this point. So we don't know James's boss or who works under James to create that hierarchy. So at this point, he's the highest level we have at the company, so he is the superior. Next, we'd fill out his email address. I'll make this a difficult one. james@james.com, the website address. jamesdunn.com. You can fill in extra email addresses if you acquired them as well. Up here, they'll label him as a prospect. You can also assign a star rating to him. So if he was very much interested in your product or service, you'd want to make him maybe 4 stars. If he's a for sure thing, he wants to get going on Monday, for example, you might make him a 5-star prospect. This again, it's completely up to the individual that's working with this client. Next, you'd fill in the appropriate address form. So if we say we're 46 Sunny Street, we're in unit number 5, and we're in Toronto, and that would be Canada. So when I select Canada from the list below, it'll automatically create a drop-down list for me to select the state or province of it. So Canada were provinces, so we'll do Ontario. Phone number here, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll type the SalesPro number here. So it's 1468. Now if I had an extension, for example my own extension I'll put in here, I don't have to hit X, for example, on the keyboard. If you just continue with the numeric keys only, so I would hit 1468 followed by 225, and the system will automatically put in the X for extension. You can then select the type, main, direct, work, mobile, fax, home, or other. You can have up to 3 numbers stored in here as well. Now, what you'll see below here is this comment box is not for notes, but it can act as a reminder about details you've learned about your contact. For example, I could put in here, James likes to play golf and he plays around every Sunday. This could give you a great advantage if, for example, you performed a follow-up call with James on a Monday. Then asking how he played yesterday can bring a real personal touch to the conversation. So below this comment box, you'll see 2 check boxes, and this is where you can select if the client will receive any email marketing or your company's monthly newsletter. The decision is yours, and this can be changed at any time. Now let's quickly go over the lower navigation bar. This is where all your correspondence with this particular contact will be held. So the notes section, you can easily see all the notes or any notes you have in the system, as well as a complete email history of any of the emails that have been sent and or received from this client. In the filing cabinet, you can store any documents associated with this client This could be sales contracts, forms, anything that's directly associated with this client you'd want to save in this filing cabinet. Next to this we have our calendar. This is where you can see only the events and tasks that you have that pertains to this particular contact. So beside this, we have our company hierarchy, and this provides a clear tree chart of all the contacts and their roles within the company. So as we learn more about the company and learn who the superiors are or who's working under the contact we're currently working with, we can build a tree that explains who's the decision makers, who we have to go to for a final sign-off, for example. It gives you an understanding of the roles these various people have within the company. Now the next logo over is your leads. Any leads that are associated directly with this company would be listed here. And then we have the gold star next to it. And this represents all the completed sales and potential upcoming opportunities you have with this particular account. Now finally, the telephone icon here, this is used to keep a log of all the call recordings you have between yourself and this particular client. Now this option is only made available if you've chosen to add a third-party feature. If you're interested in adding this call feature to your CRM account or learning more about it, please call your SalesPro CRM representative at 1-800-391-1468. Now, for more information or an explanation of the lower navigation bar that we briefly explained in this video, reference the SalesPro CRM training library for the video titled SalesPro CRM Navigation Icons. Now one last thing, after you've filled in all this information here, as you'll see there's no save button on the system, it's automatically being saved as you're typing it. So if I were to leave this page and go back to my contacts, and then if I type in my search here, test, there's James Dunn Test Company 3. This search feature is fantastic. It'll search by phone numbers, it'll search company name, it'll search individual's name, and it'll start giving you more and more options. So if I was to, well, there you go right there. As soon as I leave anything out, it starts to find more and more and more. So that concludes our video for how to add a contact to SalesPro CRM. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.